So hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss about basic concept of sociology, so which includes culture, communities, society and its types, gender groups and its types, ethnicity, caste, class and norms and values. So first, talking about culture, it is active document in sociology and anthropology. It is a medium or tool by which we meet our socio-cultural requirement. It is a learned behavior transmitted from one generation to another generation. It is dynamic and fluid character. In sociology and anthropology, culture is the search domain for academic enterprises. There are types of culture: material culture and non-material culture. So material culture is concerned with acquiring all the materialistic items of the world, like building, owning plant, machinery, cars and other luxuries. Meanwhile, non-material culture is related to norms, values, belief, which is related to internal feeling of an individual. Now characteristics: it is material or non-material, enriched through social experience, shared group knowledge, social identity and social heritage. Now talking about community, it is a small territorial group with a strong feeling of we feeling. So community, where come means coming towards and immunity means living together. So there are two types of community: rural community and urban community. Now talking about society, it is a wave of relationship, but people are independent with each other. Every society has their own culture and controlling machine. So types of society we have been evolved is hunting and gathering, where people go for hunting food. Route in Nepal is example of it. Next we have agrarian, so people use agricultural land. Land was the source of income, form of ownership, division of labor and format land. Next we have industrial age. The industry machines used as the mode of production, trade, commerce, business, industry, open market, modern family. Now we have gender. It is a psychological difference between male and female. Sociocultural production of patriarchal system is going in our society. It advocates against the discrimination and exploitation and marginalization of every woman in a relationship. Next we have gender of characteristics of gender. So it is issue against patriarchal structure and its domination, the voice against the exploitation, domination, subordination, and marginalization. It equalizes the social justice and social relationship and mobilization of resources. It advocates for equal status and role in the society. It advocates for self-esteem, equality, and division of labor. Next, we have working for empower empowerment of female category. So we have democratic. So there is the rule of law, meritocracy, transparency, good governance, accountability. Next we have Marxist. So he gave priority for economic development and advocates for restructuring social structure that is which is discriminatory and exploitative. Next is liberal. It blends the positive aspect of the human virtues to create civilized and equal society. Next, we have radical feminist, where they are revolutionary and strict no to the patriarchy or male domination in social structure. Now we have group. It is a collection of individual characterized by uniformity, having same sentiment and goal. It is a system of interaction that brings them together for a collective goal. People have a strong we feeling. According to Ogburn and Minkoff, whenever two or more individuals come together and influence one another, they may be said to be a form of social group. Next, we have types of group. So first there is a primary group. There is face-to-face relation, intimacy and trust. It is a small kind comprise and high integration tolerance. So example, family member, club member. Next we have social group, where there is no connection between same faith, but they have same faith and ideology. It is a formal, impersonal, larger in size and goal oriented. For example, employees at a bank. Next we have tertiary group, where group do not know each other at all, but they have same loyalty and the trust. For example, voters of certain political party. Now we have characteristics of group. There is strong we feeling. It has same objective, interest, goal. It is dynamic in nature as group members are progressive. It can be permanent and temporary. For example, division of labor. Division of labor would create synergy effect when they are working in a group. Now we have ethnicity. It is a feeling of superiority towards their own culture and identity. They also have a strong feeling. It is formed on the basis of caste, class, religion, reason, and so on. For example, Purveli Samaj. So it gives a feeling of superiority towards their own culture and identity. So there is ethnocentrism, which is the feeling of superiority and putting himself in the center, keeping others at distinct category, perceived as common sense of belongingness. Now we have type of ethnicity. Now there is monoethnic. So it argues for single ethnic identity, which includes like Tamang, Gurung, Rai, Tharu, etc. based on federal unit like Tamuan and Tharuhat. It essentializes ethnicity and brings the culture of single ethnic community. Next we have multi-ethnic. So it argues for a multi-ethnic federation which includes Nepal Janajati Mahasangh, which provides certificates to the referred group like Neva, Rai, Limbu in combined. The problem of inequality, discrimination, injustice can be addressed with the availability of resources and opportunity. Next we have characteristics of ethnicity. So there is a sense of peoplehood or belongingness. Membership is passed from generation to generation. Members take part together in activities, shared belief, value, norms. Ethnic is set apart from others cause of distinct cultural pattern. Now caste. Caste is a predetermined social status based on heredity qualities. It is connection of families bearing common name, claiming a common descent, mythical ancestor. It is believed to have a long divine origin and sanction. It is mediated through mythical ancestor and hierarchical practices and etc. So some of the characteristics of caste include hierarchical division of society, civil and religious privileges of certain caste ascribed in character. Ascribed means it is by birth. Now next is class. So it is a category of person having similar mode of production supported by material resources. It is classified on the basis of material he or she owns. So social stratification, there is vertical, horizontal based on caste, class, ethnicity, religion, age, sex, etc. on the basis of material he possesses to particular position in the society. Now according to Max Weber, social classes are the aggregate of an individual who have the opportunity of acquiring goods, the same exhibited of living. Now some other differences we can see between the caste and class. So talking about caste, it is found in Hindu society. It is ascribed, which is individual by birth. It is closed, restricted for the social mobility. There is complexity of certain types and regulation. It is divine origin, so it is closely related and associated with the Hindu religion. Next we have class. It is a universal in nature and almost in the modern society it is achieved, which can be changed, improved by education, wealth and occupation. It is open and people from lower class can achieve to upper class. It is simplicity, particularly there are three classes: high class, medium class and lower class. So it is secular in nature, no religion, no relation with the religion or any explanation is available. Now we have characteristics of class. It is characterized by the resources of material, authority, power, privileges. It is open and democratic. It is vertical and horizontal. The universal social phenomena is included in here. Now we have social classes in Nepal. So aristocrats and elite, they have control over all the activities. They are the wealthiest and privileged group. Next is bourgeois. They are the dominant and exploited to the worker. Next we have middle class professional groups like doctor, engineers, lecturers, etc. Next we have petit bourgeois. They are the petty small scale producer, skilled or having skill and unskilled power. Next we have precariat or proletariat. So they are the poorest, most deprived social group and laborers. Now we have norms. So cultural standard and an expected behavioral pattern. It is a way of thinking and doing. It is abstract conformities which are obeyed by the members of society. Now we have types of norms. There is private norm or micro level norm. It is independent citizen such as me, talking about an individual. Next, each family is included, like my family. Next is group norm. So each group develops its own norms in order to meet its requirement. Social work group, religion group. Next we have association and norm. For example, it develops its own set of norms. For example, STC, Nepal Bar Association, Nepal Medical Council. Next there is national norm or macro level, independent and sovereign state with its own origin norm. It helps to shape the personality of citizen in uniformed way. Now we have characteristics of norms and values. So it is cultural standard, helps in controlling the human behavior and action. It is unwritten oral practices. It maintain social order and juvenile delinquency. Juvenile delinquency means it is a crime committed by a minor which is under 16 years. It is dynamic and universal. Now talking about values. So universal standard of cultural practices and importance of any cultural behavior of a person or society. So it advocates for good or bad, right, wrong, and justice, injustice. It advocates for fundamental behavior, human dignity and equality, etc. Criteria the people use in performing the daily activities are arranged in priority. It is an assumption of what is right and important for the society. The values account for the stability of the social order. Now, talking about types of values, there are two types: general social values and next is special social value. So talking about general social value, it is universally accepted values: democracy, fundamental rights, human rights, etc. They are globally accepted culture standard to be followed by most of the nation. For example, UN rules all over the world. Next we have a specific social value where it is followed by a specific society: marriage, food, custom. For Nepalese society with rooted culture differs from society to society. For example, Muslims polygamy, it is a special social value of theirs. Next we have features of social values. It is unwritten oral practice. It maintains all social order, deviant behavior and juvenile delinquency. It is dynamic and universal. It differs from society to society. Muslim polygamy and Hindu's taboo. It enriches human civilization, institution, human characters, Renisha, advanced technology, rules and regulation, equality, good governance, etc. So thank you. That's the end of the chapter of basic concept of sociology. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe so that you don't miss any videos. You guys are amazing. Keep reading.